In first game with interim coach Frank Reich, Stanford Falls. Honolulu. Alejado 3, 2 touchdowns, passes and Kansei Matsuzawa made 3 field goals, including a 38 yards. As time expired, by the way, as Hawaii outlasted Stanford 23-20 on Saturday night in the season opener for both teams, by the way. And Matsuzawa, by the way, last kick spoiled the debut of Cardinal interim Frank Reich, and a former NFL head coach who was hired by one of his former quarterbacks, Andrew Luck, in March. And Luck, by the way, the Cardinals' new football general manager, is conducting a national search for a permanent coach following the offseason firing of Troy Taylor. And by the way, on Saturday night, showed Luck and who sat in the coach's box above the stadium, and that the ACC program has a way to go regardless who is on the sideline. And obviously, by the way, this is a tough lose, and I give Hawaii credit. Rich says that they played, by the way, a tough game and made the plays they needed to make to win the game, and we can enough of what I thought was a very good week of practice. And a very good 6 months of preparation and hard work. And so this hurts, and I am not going to lie, by the way. And in the meanwhile, by the way, Hawaii defeated a power conference team for the first time since opening the 2019 season. And with back-to-back wins over them. And the Pac-12 teams, Arizona and Oregon State. And it also, by the way, won in its first game against an SEC opponent. And the Rainbow Warriors, by the way, are 1-4 all time against Stanford and or in Honolulu. And this thing, by the way, is for all of us, especially the players. Rich says that, but we know this. The message, by the way, for the team was we put in that work, and not for one game. By the way, and it's a long season, so we didn't get what we wanted today, but we still have a lot of opportunity. And by the way, Alejado walked, by the way, gingerly off the field after he was sacked by Matt Ross early in the second half, but returned to start the next drive and finished 27 of 39, passing for 210 yards and added 36 yards rushing. And Buffalo Ashlock, by the way, had 9 receptions for 69 yards and a touchdown. And Micah, by the way, is one of the most ultimate competitors. And his competitive nature wasn't to let his teammates down. And Hawaii coach, by the way, Timmy Chang says that. And so he wanted to play, and we wanted him to play. Hawaii took possession and at its own 28 with 1:33 to play. A limping Alejado went, by the way, 5-7 for 51 yards to set up. Matsuzawa, winning kick. And Matsuzawa, by the way, also made field goals of 40 and 37 yards, and with the 37-yarder tying the score with 2-1 remaining time. And Emmett Kenny, by the way, made field goals of 23 to open the scoring, and Brandon White mistakenly downed the ensuring kickoff at the one time. And on Hawaii, by the way, first offensive play from scrimmage, Clay Patterson sacked Micah Alejado before Wilfredo. And Iber, by the way, recovered the fumble in the end zone to give Stanford a 10-0 lead with 7-8 remaining time left in the first quarter. Thank you so much. Have a nice time and great day. Thank you.